Today I am going to speak about overtaking. Overtaking is a very common term. We use it in our day-to-day lives also. On road also there is overtaking. We will limit our talks to the overtaking at sea. Overtaking is a term defined in Codex. The rule overtaking is number 13. Overtaking is defined as a vessel coming up from a direction more than 22.5 degrees above the beam. Two things are essential. One is coming up. Coming up means the distance must be reducing. So if I can draw, here's the sternline sector of 135 degrees, which means 22.5 degrees above the beam, which means from right forward 112.5 degrees. This is the side light sector on port side. This is the side light sector on the starboard side. Now, as the rule says, the vessel that is overtaking is coming up. So as the rule says, the vessel that is overtaking must come up from a direction more than 22.5 degrees above the beam. The direction of the vessel is not actually defined. The vessel could be heading in a direction much different than this direction. So an overtaking vessel could go like this, go like this, go like this. So what is happening in the sternlight sector is a process of overtaking. Now what's happening in the sternlight sector is this vessel is coming up with another vessel. So the distance between the two is reducing. There might be a vessel who is in the sternlight sector, but the distance is increasing. It is not overtaking. It does not come under the rule of overtaking. If the distance between them is increasing, the vessel is not coming up. At the same time, there might be a vessel which is outside this sector, but the distance is reducing. That also is not overtaking. It is important that whatever may be the heading may not be same as the vessel being overtaken. Whatever may be the heading difference might be there, but as long as vessel is in the sternlight sector and the distance between them is reducing, it is overtaking. Now the thing is, a vessel being overtaken in the night time, how do you know the other vessel is overtaking you? Very simple, night time or daytime. By the features or by radar, if you know the distance is decreasing, or with the reducing distance, if the relative bearing of the target is more than 112.5 degrees, the other vessel is overtaking. In the night time, you are in the sternlight sector, you cannot see any of the side lights, neither green nor red, and by looking at the intensity of the sternlight, it looks like the distance is decreasing, or otherwise from radar you can make out that the distance is decreasing. That means you are overtaking. Daytime, how do you know you are overtaking another vessel? Daytime, once again, looking at the features, you feel that the ship is coming closer, or by radar distance, you can make out that the distance is decreasing. In addition to this, what is important is the aspect of the other target is more than 112.5. Aspect is a technical term in radar plotting. Aspect means my relative bearing from her, or mathematically it is the reciprocal of the bearing difference the target course, that is the aspect. So if the aspect is more than 112.5 degrees and the distance decreasing, in the daytime I can say that I am overtaking another vessel. A ship that is more agile keeps clear of the vessel who's less capable, or the ship which cannot actually keep clear so easily. So that is one of the ideas, that is one of the essence of ROR. Then another thing which should be observed in most of the situations is observance of good seamanship. If you have any doubt about a dangerous situation coming up, you assume that that is the case and act accordingly. And then referring to this situation, let us say there is a ship over here and another ship here. This ship technically and positively, practically, whatever you say, is overtaking, right? This ship is in doubt whether she is overtaking or not. she shall assume that she is overtaking and act accordingly. Now, if you look at Rule 13, overtaking, it comes in Part B, Section 2 of ROR. Part B is steering and sailing rules. It has 3 sections, Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Section 1 is action by the vessel in any condition of visibility. Section 2 is action by the vessel in sight of one another. Section 3 is rule number 19, which is action by the vessel not in sight of one another. Rule number 13 has 4 paragraphs. Paragraph A says that notwithstanding anything contained in the rules of Part B, Section 1 and 2, any vessel that is overtaking another shall keep out of the way of the vessel being overtaken. Now, the thing is, it very clearly says, notwithstanding anything contained in rules of Section 1 and 2 of Part B, which means even Rule 18, which is responsibility. It means that if a sailing vessel is overtaking a power-driven vessel, that sailing vessel must keep clear of the power-driven vessel. If there is a not under command vessel, probably if her engines are okay, maybe the steering is not so good. If she is overtaking another power-driven vessel making way through water, she will keep clear of the vessel being overtaken. Simple as that. Paragraph B says, a vessel shall be deemed to be overtaking when coming up with another vessel from a direction more than 22.5 degrees above the beam. That is, in such a position with reference to another vessel, that means with reference to the vessel she is overtaking, that at night she would be able to see only the stern light but neither of the side light. Paragraph C says, whenever the vessel is in doubt as to whether she is overtaking, she shall assume that this is the case and act accordingly. Paragraph D says, any subsequent alteration of bearing between the two vessels shall not make an overtaking vessel, a crossing vessel, within the meaning of these rules, or relieve her of the duty of keeping clear of overtaken vessel until she is finally passed and clear. Paragraph D is very interesting. It says that any subsequent alteration of bearing between the two vessels, what it actually means, what it implies basically is a vessel that is overtaking another vessel eventually has to come out of this sector. The moment she changes the sector, it does not mean that from an overtaking vessel she suddenly become crossing vessel. It might so happen, as I said earlier also, there is a vessel who is overtaking in this fashion, and there is a vessel that is overtaking this way. Now, it is very important that while overtaking, what is the CPA between them? Whatever may be the situation, when that CPA is small to cause a close quarter situation or risk of collision, definitely a vessel that is overtaking must keep clear of the vessel being overtaken. But let us think about various situations which are possible. For example, there is a ship that is overtaking, coming up like this. She is overtaking like this. She has passed the CPA, and when we see from the perspective of this vessel, when the vessel that is overtaking passes from a distance, say for example more than 3 miles, when abeam to the vessel being overtaken, probably this vessel would be considered as clear, and we can say that the overtaking situation is over because the distance between them is reasonably big. Thereafter, at some later time, she alters the course. She would be considered as crossing vessel and therefore stand-on vessel. This vessel has to keep clear of the other vessel. On the other hand, there is another vessel who, while overtaking, looking at the closest distance, or more appropriately, while she passes the beam of the vessel being overtaken, the distance is not adequate, say for example less than 3 miles, then this vessel will not be considered as a clear vessel. She has to continue to keep clear of the vessel being overtaken. Yes, at some later stage. And at some stage, when it is felt that the vessel is reasonably clear of the vessel that is overtaken, then she can alter course to port, and then she will be again considered as a stand-on vessel, and this vessel has to then keep clear. The idea is when a vessel is overtaking, till that overtaking situation is over, which will be determined by the vessel becoming clear of the vessel being overtaken, the overtaking situation and the responsibility to keep clear remains with the vessel that is overtaking. Yes, once the vessel has become clear of the vessel that is overtaken, thereafter a new situation can develop. So you suddenly cannot change the role from a vessel who has to give way to a vessel who should be given way, and take the vessel who has to be given way by a surprise.